I think that right now we're in a very hard moment. And off-putting. I mean, look at shoes today, women's shoes. They couldn't possibly get any higher and meaner and sharper. But then again, you go and watch most films today, they're violent. And we're living in a world that is, at the moment, quite hard.
I love when you say breasts were smaller in the 70s. I mean,
They were. I
but
don't understand all these breasts right now. And they don't look like breasts. They look like someone's taken a grapefruit half and inserted it under your skin. I mean, it doesn't even bear any resemblance to what a natural breast looks like. But we're starting to think that this is what women should look like. And young girls are looking at these breasts and thinking, oh, I need to go have my breasts done, because they've lost touch with what a real breast actually looks like. I find it fascinating. I find it disturbing. I mean, you could consider it more fascinating because we're becoming post-human. We are actually starting to manipulate our bodies, because we can, into a shape. We're becoming our own art. But what happens for me is that it desexualizes everything. You know, you start to look more and more polished, more and more lacquered, and you look like a beautiful car. Does anyone want to sleep with you? Does anyone want to touch you? Does anyone want to kiss you? Maybe not, because you're too scary. But you're beautiful, you're glossy, you're shiny, but you're not human. Very interesting. And I say that in a very detached way. I'm not making a judgment about it. I'm just saying it's fascinating culturally.
so are you trying to do something about that now?
I don't know. At the moment, I'm not designing women's clothes, so I don't have an outlet to express my thoughts for women. I'm mostly observing on that same subject, and you probably want to take this out, I don't know. But if you look at the 1950s, quite fascinating. Tail fins, sharp, going to Mars, going to the moon. Breasts, pointed in a way that when we look at them today, so bizarre. Women's lips, the beauty standard then was thin, pointy, long lines of a lip. Eyes, the same thing. So culturally, graphically, where we were in the 1950s was reflected in the female form. Where we are in 2009 is reflected in the female form. It's very interesting, again, cerebrally, how women's fashion and how we objectify women is very reflective of where we are culturally and in our society.